Why did the Roman Empire fall?
It was busy, had nothing better to do, it was bored.
No, just
No, well, there are a lot of, that's the question that historians have argued over for a long time. And it's a very complex one for several reasons. One, the decline of the birth rate, the emptying of the countryside, and the formation of great estates run by slaves, the decline of the numbers of natives in the military, and they're being replaced by what were basically mercenaries. These are all things that are reduced toward it. Edward Gibbons, in his Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire, insisted that it was really the adoption of Christianity that destroyed the empire. I would argue that that actually gave the empire another century, a century and a half of life.
mm.
But that's on the one side. On the other side, people who lived in 476 AD, which is the date we usually give to the fall of the Roman Empire, when already Britain and Gaul and a lot of other chunks were gone. That was the year in which the barbarian chieftain who was running Italy at the time, Odoacer, decided to depose the last Roman emperor in the West, Romulus Augustulus. But he did not abolish the empire. He sent the imperial diadem back to Constantinople and said, well, instead of two emperors, you only have one emperor again. And people who lived at the time that we consider the fall of the Roman Empire did not consider it to be such. The imperial idea certainly has survived. The imperial culture morphed over a long period of time into our own. The argument could be made in the sense that the Roman Empire never fell. We are it. It's a tough one. And certainly when the Emperor Theodosius the Great made baptism the entry into Roman citizenship.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the Holy Roman Empire.
no, the Holy Roman Empire was somewhat different. Holy Roman Empire, see again, 476 AD, the empire in the West comes to an end. The Emperor of the East in Constantinople becomes the sole emperor. But of course he doesn't rule most of the territories of the West which claim to be part of the empire. In the 500s, the Emperor Justinian decides he wants to make it real and, get it real.
Okay.
He wants to be real.
Yeah. Don't we all?
Yeah, well, he wants to keep it real. Dog.
Oh, he wants to keep it real. Okay.
He wants to keep it real, dog.
Yeah. Okay, wow, great.
And so he takes over North Africa and Italy, and part of Spain. Doesn't reconquer Gaul or anything like that. And then slowly but surely, various forces, the Lombards from Germany, then the Muslims and so forth, restrict what we've come to call the Byzantine Empire. And they became less and less capable of defending the Pope. And so in 800, the Pope crowned Charlemagne, the Frankish king, as Holy Roman Emperor. And that's Christmas Day, 800 is usually the date we give for the beginning of the Holy Roman Empire. 1453, the last remnant of the Byzantine Empire is snuffed out by the Turks. The Russians claim eventually that their czars inherited the eastern claims. And then in 1806, after Napoleon makes himself Emperor of the French, the Holy Roman Emperor abdicates and becomes Emperor of Austria. Well, the argument is made that just because he abdicated, the Holy Roman Empire didn't cease to exist thereby, that it still exists as a sort of disembodied spirit, as in a sense the empire does as a whole. If you say that all of us who are baptized, at least baptized Catholic or Orthodox, are citizens thereof.
We're all just waiting.
We're waiting for the emperor. So, there's a sense then in which we're waiting for the empire to come back.